Hey guys, and welcome back to the Hardcore Ironman series. In this episode we'll be taking on Zulrah after getting ourselves a nice gear upgrade, and then we'll be knocking out 500 kills and seeing what we are rewarded with. Let's get into it. Before we go ahead and get back into Slayer, as we need to get our occult necklace, I'm going to convert all of my torso potions into super combat so we're able to sustain ourselves during the grind. To ease us back into Slayer after like a week, we obviously took on our Slayer task. We did consider doing Grotesque Guardians, but not worth it for a blowpipe to me. So off to killing normal gargoyles. Another marble gargoyle down. That was the third one this task. Don't worry, we're not doing the hard clears. We did get a Abyssal Demon task, so I decided to come back over to Sire and hopefully get another, well, get our first bludgeon piece. Ooh, 211 KC on Sire. Let's go give it a little dip. Okay guys, let's hope for a bludgeon piece. There we go, Bludgeon Claw, 1 of 3. Very quickly managing to pick up another Unside. 211 since the last Unside, now 220, so 9 kills later. We're back at the font. That is not the piece that we want, but it is an Abyssal Dagger, so at least it's a clog. I'm not sure exactly what I'll be using this for ever, but it's a nice to have. After thinking about it for a short while on stream, we decided there were 3 good places to use this item right now. Those being the Eclipse Moon, Tombs of a Massacre, and allowing us to do the Vasa Room without too much trouble in Chambers of Xeric. Basically skips the usefulness of the Sami Hasta, only for the stab bossing though. Crush would still be quite nice to have. Oh my goodness, we got another Inside. Third this task, 248 KC. And we managed to get ourselves the Bludgeon Spine. 1 more to go. Well, it seems like I'm mid-fight with no charges left in my crystal legs. That's unfortunate. Okay, we didn't ruin our kill. Let's go charge those bad boys up. Okay, we got 6,235 shards. We might as well just fill these up to capacity. How many charges did I give them? 20,000. I have only 25 left in the crystal body as well. Let's juice them up and get back to it. I should stop typing in streams. I did manage to get back. I got 2 lava staffs. Oh, there's the last kill. Unfortunately, we didn't get ourselves another Inside, but we were fortunate enough. Let's go get another task. We will not be doing Raw Titans with this. We're just going to kill the normal ones. Smoke Devils! Okay, Pog. I'm glad I did that. Let's just go spoon a occult necklace real quick. Okay, we're going to go with this setup for our Smoke Devils. Decent bit of prayer, but mainly some magic attack bonus. We are going to be bringing Brace of the Slaughter to be able to extend the task. And we are going to be using Ice Barrage just to hopefully get through it a bit faster. So let's hope we get lucky on the occult. Obviously using the cannon here, I did decide on using the eastern side as the tiles in the tile pack plugin had the eastern side as default. I'm used to using the other side, but alas the task went by quickly and we didn't get ourselves an occult on the first task. After the Smoke Devil task we got another cheeky Barrage task from Necreals. I'm going to commit to using Barrage and just, if we ever run into any hurdles, buy the runes. Our next task is the 250th task, so we decided to go do a Kernel task because it will give us 700 points because of our streak. What do we get? Fire Giants in the Giant's Den. There we go, we have 250 tasks done, 700 points, and we now have over 1,000 Slayer points. Now I did say I was going to use the points as skips, but we do have an Abyssal Demon Head, so we can unlock Unholy Helmet for 1,000 points. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that because we do like a bit of Fashionscape. So let's go and make it. Would you like to combine the Abyssal Head with your helmet? Yes, indeedy. This slays, honestly. I love it. Well worth the investment. Just need to once again, obviously, remove that, plug this in, and paste the tags. Okay, I did forget to pick up a task. What do we get? 197 Dagonoffs. I did miss it, but I got 97 attack, 211 Araxites. Let's head on over back to Araxtor. For the sake of speeding crafting up, I am going to be using a stew boost despite my efforts not to use one. As I do have 90 crafting bank, we could get a little bit higher by using gold bars to make some jewellery, but I'd rather be streaming Zulrah tomorrow, so I'm going to go out of my way to try and get that done as fast as possible. 89 crafting. We can now cut Zenite, craft Zenite rings, and craft Amethyst Dart Tips, which is what we'll be doing with the rest of our stack, as we do have 5,965 left, and I think we have enough arrow tips for a while. But back to finishing off our battle staves. On mobile, I have gotten around to making all of our Amethyst darts. Now we have 47,000, almost 48,000. Now, I don't know what to do about the last 100k of XP that we need, because we are relatively close to the 90 goal. I am tempted to go back to Perilous Moons with the Abyssal Dagger to get some water orbs, but that will take quite a while. But then again, so would smelting gold ore and making that into jewellery. So I think we're just going to go ahead and do some Perilous Moons. As you can see, our setup is pretty much the exact same, just the upgraded natives not since we last been here. I actually don't even remember. But obviously the rod is best for prayer bonus. We are trying to remain as tanky as possible, so we're going to use the Barrow's armor. I was expecting the Abyssal Dagger to be a little bit better than this, but it'll get the job done, so that's fine. And hopefully we can green log Perilous Moons, because I've decided that we're going to do that in this journey as soon as possible. We are starting off with 200 KC. We need 3 pieces of the Eclipse set and 1 piece of the Blood Moon set. The Blood Moon set is obviously more important, as we want to use that for Huey, for whenever we want to get our Perigeneration potions. But for now, let's just get cracking and see if we can net ourselves some juicy water orbs. We are going to need at least 900 and, well, let's just see, 952 to be able to get the level required. So I'm going to get cracking, and if I see anything good, I'll show it. Well, there's our first unique. Is another Blue Moon chestplate. I believe that's our 3rd on the account so far, but we do appreciate the free repairs. Whoops. There's no more tragic sight than entering the Eclipse Moon and seeing that phase end right there. Decided to take a break and do some solo chambers. Great supplies, nothing special though. It's another Blue Moon chestplate. Do believe that's our 4th one now. 50 KC coming back. Not lucky. None of us can hit the boss. Brilliant stuff. This bug was caused by me using the burning claws to kill the boss. Apparently, if the fatal damage was done by burning, the Moon's bosses would become untargetable. Luckily, this was fixed on April 2nd. That's what I get for AFK in the Blizzard phase, I guess. Should probably look at my screen. I got a little bit distracted the other day, so I managed to fish up ourselves 3,272 anglerfish. We need to cook them, obviously. But we did only finish off 69 additional lunar chests, so we'll be coming back to that later. And hopefully right now I'm just going to try and scrounge up as much crafting XP as possible so we can do some Zulrah on stream. We're currently only 17,000 XP away, and I realised I have never used my perfect shells. I'm pretty sure these are worth 500 XP each, so I'm going to find the guy that can take these from me, and then we'll see where we're left off. Barlack is the guy I'm supposed to talk to. I think he just took all my bones out of my bank. I was keeping the long and curved bones. That's my money though. Can you take the shells this time? Thank you. Much appreciated. We have to come back with our last few and then we'll level up. And there's the 2nd and last batch. And there we have 90 crafting, allowing us to craft Onyx amulets, redwood birdhouses, and break down armadillion armor and fortify our Missouri if we ever get it. Now we need to get some spicy stew so we can make the tormented bracelet. It has also occurred to me that I don't have an Onyx currently, so I will be selling our Chaos Runes, as we will be able to get ourselves a lot back during the Zulrah grind, so I don't mind spending them. Just make sure we get our Kramja gloves so we don't get ripped off, and off we go. And we can always tell where we want to go, because when we go to the volcano, we want to go see the big lava people. We've essentially been completely wiped out of Chaos Runes. This is probably going to be the last Onyx we buy on the account. The rest of them we probably will get from Zulrah, or maybe Tecton if we get lucky. There's the 260,000 Tockle purchased, and we just need to go combine that with a Zenyte shard that we have in the bank. And then I'll do all of the Spicy Stew stuff off screen. Only took us 3 stews, fortunately. There's our Zenyte bracelet. We just need to enchant it now. Level 7 enchant. A little bit expensive, but obviously not crazy. And there is our Tormented bracelet, which gives us a plus 10 magic bonus, a plus 2 prayer bonus, but most importantly, a plus 5% magic damage bonus. I'm just going to go out of my way and get a setup for Zulrah, and then we'll get into it. Okay, this is the setup that I've decided upon. We obviously don't have a mage cape, but with the twin flame staff, we've pretty much brought our full blood moon, and then we're going to have our crystal armor with an empty slot here, so we can actually switch with the offhand, and hopefully that gets us through the majority of kills. I don't want to bring too many switches like boost. I think that's quite irrelevant. I don't think it's going to move the needle enough. We do have a problem with anti-venoms. It has just dawned on me. I used all my toadstools to make some super combats. So luckily I do have some seeds. I should probably go and plant those right now. I've already saved the profile, which is a very handy thing, by the way. I'm just going to get this shark out. If you press this button down here, it will just lay out the entire items you got, so you can just withdraw them out easily. So I'm going to dump now and go do a herb run. First KC. New PB immediately, and some Zalandra teleports. I thought I got something. Then we got Zulrah Adept. 123 of our fastest kill. Not too shabby. Got no uniques so far, but it is 2.3 million in loot. Plenty of crafting XP bank thanks to some flax. Let's keep going. Okay. 29 KC, there is our blowpipe. Oh, it's a good start. It's a good start. Well, there is our blowpipe. Fortunately, we had the flesh level to craft it. We do have 47,000 amethyst dart tips, but if we were to bring the blowpipe, we would probably want to change our cape to a ranging cape, or at least have a switch for that, so I'll consider it. We might just bring it as a spec weapon though instead, because I would like to save up our Zulrah scales as well for an eventual alchemical hydra grind. This is when I can't make the darts. There's no way I can't make the darts, right? 90? I can't make the darts. Oh, that's a non-starter. Oh, Zulrah Speed Trialist. Cheeky 117 PB. We almost got the perfect there, but we got hit by one of the snakelings at the end. Zulrah Veteran, 75 KC, another 4 combat achievement points. It's the end of the first day of Zulrah on the stream. We managed to get ourselves 89 KC. Now there is an extra 3 KC, but it's not documented on the rune line until we reload. So I'm going to show you the loot that we managed to get from the first 89 KC. I'm going to be working on mid-streams, getting my fleshing up to the 90 gold that we require for the amethyst darts, as that will be able to be an increase in DPS for us. And we've got plenty of fleshing supplies. We do only have currently 88 banked, but hopefully we get some more U-logs and whatnot from Zulrah throughout the days. I'll be able to bump up that to maybe 89, 90. But if we don't, we do have some dragon fruit pies in the bank, and we'll be able to use preserve to be able to make some darts, because we can make a lot really quickly. So that's fine. First off, we have 84 flesh. We can now make amethyst javelins and dragon bolts. Dragon bolts going to be very nice for us in the future. Hopefully we'll get a lot of those from, I think, Leviathan and possibly Vorkath, but I don't want to spam too much Vorkath. As you can see, I've really got a bit of an aversion to doing Dragon Slayer 2. Went ahead and bought some feathers from Portstrom and then some arrow shafts. Crafted them to headless arrows from the Ranging Guild. But there is 85 fleshing. Now we're working through the amethyst arrow tip. We can now make magic longbows and even the web weaver bow in the future if we decide to go for it. 102 KC, we managed to get ourselves a dupe. Our second Tan's Fang. I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing this. I might dismantle it for the scales, or we might just drop it over for some bond fuel. Blue Cotton Jad, you doofus, did you just see it? Well, there goes that. Praying would be good. After that mishap, I did decide on going to Chambers, as we love our safe content, don't we, folks? Actually, no, a little treat. Smidgen treat. Herbal XP. Nim 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 nim. After our quick session at Chambers, there's another fleshing level. There's 86. No pop-ups, so we're not going to do anything else. But now, I do believe we can go ahead and boost if we want to amethyst darts. I'd rather have a little bit more XP before we do that. But we do need, I don't know how many dragon fruits pies I made. I made 4. So yeah, we can go ahead and make some darts whenever we want to. I'll probably be taking that to Zulrah the next time we go, as it should be more DPS than the crystal bow. Now that we have that extra total level, we actually have reached the top 2,000 of hardcore Ironman players. We are rank 1,986 as time of recording, which is, it's a nice little milestone to reach. Top 2k. Got another cheeky day of AFKing, so I decided to get myself up to 10,000 sandworms from buys and packs. Takes our cash down to 23 million, but as we know, the battle staves are going to be keeping us up high, because we have 18.8, 9.95, 567k, and 6.64 million worth, and even more to be made. Money is nothing to us. Fishing is going to be my AFK though, because we do have 92 fishing with the Dragon Harpoon. If we get one more level, we'll be able to boost to the 96 requirement for the Mori Elite Diary. And I think at that point, I might go back to Barrows just to get ourselves the Elite Diary out of the way, because I don't think we've got anything else that's difficult in there. We do have to get some fire making, which is Going to take no time whatsoever and should be completely safe with a hit point scape. Yeah, all seems very doable. And we'll go into the rewards after we do the diary, if we get around to it. Combat achievement. Did I kill 3 of them in the same tick purely from Ring of Suffering? Let me just double check that real quick. Zulrah. Snake, snake, snake. Kill 3 snakes simultaneously. Did that completely by accident. But I'll take it. And then we have Zulrah Master, 150 KC. I did throw away my life again today. Don't know where it is. Probably up here. Thank you, Western Elite Diary, for saving me. I've been a bit too chatty with, well, chat on Twitch, and it leads to mistakes. Another 5 combat achievement points though. Decided to go and do some barrows because we don't have the cheat death from Zulrah. Then we have the Can't Touch Me. Decided to get that one out of the way really quick. And that means that we have all of the combat tasks completed for barrows from now on. So we don't have to worry about any of those. 100 KC. Nothing to show for it so far, but we're only 5 back. So that's okay. Decided to do a TOA as we're going to need seeds in the future. And I got a little bit of practice on a 150. Let's see if we get anything. Diddly squat. Did get the seeds that we wanted though. Very good chest. Purpleless. Did a follow-up 200 TOA. Got some nice torsal seeds that time. Oh! 183 KC. Managed to get ourselves a Magic Fang. Attach that to our Trident. So let's go and do it. Just going to have to use the Magic Fang on the Uncharged Trident. And then we have a Uncharged Toxic Trident. We should be able to take these. Put them on the new Trident. We should have a decent amount of charge when we take it out. Oh, I need to set that up again. Hold on. Without whipping out the tables and pointing out niche circumstances, we can safely say that the Trident of the Swamp has a +3 maxer over the Trident of the Seas with our current setups and magic level. 22 KC on Hespori, but there we have 88 farming. Doesn't seem to grant us anything, unfortunately. It's nice to see the turtle level go up. 89 farming. Well, our gear has been slightly degraded from the Zulrah grind. How much is it going to take to repair it? 1.7 million. That's the price we pay. 75 XP. The most expensive smithing XP you'll see in your life. Oh, a cheeky second Magic Fang at 267 KC. You've completed an elite task in the Kandarin area. Your achievement diary has been updated. Well, I didn't mean to do that one, did I? Well, pat me on the back, though. Wonderful stuff. You distracted me. That was your fault. Decided to get myself 5 last botanical pies. Once these have been used up, I won't be going back to get any more, as they are quite cumbersome to get. Didn't take me too long, about 20 minutes to get 5 of them. But I think I'd much rather just farm out the herbal level whenever we need to do any boosting in the future. So I'm just going to convert as many antidotes right now into anti-venoms with like maybe 1 whole botanical pie. Anti-venom pluses, that is. And then save some for making the extended once we do Araxor again. But that'll be about it for the botanical pie arc. Didn't realise I was doing this, but another cheeky elite task while doing a farm run. Completely by accident. During every attempt, I was actually going for the perfect Zulrah combat achievement. But the only thing that can hit us is the blue form of Zulrah off-prey range attacks. Pretty much just had to roll RNG each time on which snakelings spawn, as they can either be melee or melee snakelings. I did have the melee ones marked, so I knew which ones they were. But during this kill we saw absolutely 0, so that alongside getting the right ordering of the boss allowed us to get it for essentially free. I'm not sure how this last snakeling died, but I don't think it mattered because Zulrah was already dead, and we had Mage Prey over our head, so it couldn't ruin the run for us. And then we have Perfect Zulrah. Just a matter of time until we got enough runs under our belt with decent RNG, and no melee to spawn. Bro, that is a depressing drop. 3k coins, excuse me, and nothing. We rolled the rare drop table twice and got 3k coins and nothing. That's wild. Then we have our 3rd Magic Fang of the grind. 60 KCs to go. 90 farming. We can now grow the redwood trees in the farming guild. I'm not sure we have too many of those seeds, but I'm pretty sure it takes a long while to be able to grow them. I'll have to look into it when I actually do go about it. But for now, we're just going to stick to doing our farm runs and making sure, or our tree runs, and making sure that we get all of the trees done as possible. Because we are just going to work through the Zulrah seeds. We do have like another 20 magic tree. Well, Actually, I think it's 10 magic trees at this point. But also, like 90 yew trees. And a plethora of papaya and palm seeds. So we're going to be able to get up to a pretty decent level. My XP tracker is telling me 95 right now. I should probably go ahead at some point and plant the spirit trees. I think we can get 1 down now. Probably 2 of a boost. Yeah. But I think I'll wait for the natural level 91 and then go and do that. And then we have 98 magic. Obviously one away from the 99 magic, where we'll be able to get ourselves the magic cape. And if we do find ourselves having an oopsie poopsie, we can just use the magic cape from our bank to switch our spellbook. Definitely would save me some time scouting in Chambers of Xeric sometimes, as sometimes I go in there and I've forgotten to change my spellbook. And then we have our last kill. Unfortunately we don't get another unique, but that is 500 KC at Zulrah. We managed to get ourselves 3 magic fangs and 2 blowpipes, along with 112,000 Zulrah scales. Obviously we've been using a few of them, so let me just go check the bank real quick. As you can see, we still have over 100,000. And if we look at the loot tab that we're going to be showing up on screen, we can manage to get a absolute ton of runes, a lot of manta rays, which is going to be some 22 health healing food, and a random assortment of stuff, mainly giving us crafting XP and, well, farming and herbal XP as well. And hopefully we don't have to worry about the antidotes for a while, and we can continue doing our Araxor grind, which we're going to get into right now. That Araxor grind is actually going to have to wait until the next episode, as that's all we have time for today. Massive shout out to Walter for being our ladle, and a big thank you to the Big and Little Spoons for supporting the channel. If you wish to be a part of this list, please join the channel down below for the appropriate tier, or subscribe on Twitch to become a Big Spoon. I love you all, and I hope to see you in the next one.